There's Perry Kitchen, the Hearts captain, back in the team for the first time since that awful defeat against Hibernian. He's got the armband next to the captain of the champions-elect. The commentators, Randy Walker and Ian Crocker.
And Celtic's Scottish Premiership season began with a victory here. Now they return to Tynecastle with the chance to secure the title. There's been little of late to suggest Hearts might be party poopers. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, a win over struggling Hamilton, the exception. So this could be the day when Celtic make it 6 titles in a row and 48 overall. They won 2-1 here on the opening weekend and thrashed Hearts 4-0 at Celtic Park in January. The sun is shining in the Scottish capital. Celtic must be thinking it's a nice day for a party. Haven't beaten Celtic in the league for 5.5 years, so recent history is firmly on the side of the champions. Hearts make 2 changes from their last match at Aberdeen. Perry Kitchen and Bjorn Jonsson come in. Sam Nicholson drops to the bench. Arno Zoom injured his ankle in training and misses out. Jamie Walker is top scorer with 15. Ismail Gonsalves scored twice in 3 games against Celtic in his St Mirren days. Celtic without 32-goal Moussa Dembele, who has a minor thigh problem. Patrick Roberts comes in and he scored 4 goals in 3 games against Hearts. Scott Sinclair has scored 3 times against Hearts, including the winner here on the opening weekend. Stuart Armstrong has scored in the last 3 league games and made such an impressive debut for Scotland last week. Young Angus Beath comes onto the Hearts bench. He came on as a sub at Celtic Park in January, and so did young Jack Aitchison, who comes onto the Celtic bench. There's no Lee Griffiths injured on international duty. Brendan Rodgers was so close to winning the English title. Now he's in touching distance of the Scottish title. Is he 90 minutes away? We're about to find out.
With Bet Victor's Golden Goal, you get a free weekly prediction to guess the game's first scorer and the minute it's scored. You can win serious money. Okay, I've guessed the player, but what minute should I go for? Let's ask the Liverpool manager what he thinks, shall we?
Statistically, most of the goals are scored in the 45th and in the 90th minute. But actually the average time for the first goal is the 31st minute. But this weekend, who knows? First goal wins.
The first of Jamie Walker's 15 goals this season came from the penalty spot against Celtic in August, but he was later banned for diving to win the penalty. Patrick Roberts loves a goal against Hearts. He has the lead striker role in the absence of Moussa Dembele. It's his 50th game for Celtic. It's the 300th league meeting between these 2 teams, and it certainly could be one to remember for Celtic Football Club. They were without Moussa Dembele and Lee Griffiths when they played against Hearts in January and still won 4-0. They'll be fancying their chances of getting the job done today, Andy.
Yeah, just immediately drawn to the formation. I think it's a back 3 with Lustig, Boyata and Simunovic. I think Brown and Armstrong will sit in front of them. Forrest and Tierney will be the wide players. And I think that those 3 players, McGregor, Sinclair, Roberts, I think Roberts will be the central striker, just to see if they can give Hearts some problems. But certainly a change of formation for Celtic this afternoon.
So will take this throw. Hearts have toiled of late, but they won't want the title won on their ground. Scott Brown up against his opposing captain, Perry Kitchen. Brendan Rodgers unbeaten in 36 domestic matches. Came so close to winning the Premier League with Liverpool. He is about to win the Scottish Premiership with Celtic. It was always a question of when, not if, when could be today. Sinclair now for Forest. Sinclair. Gonsalves, one back by Roberts.
I believe he's trying to go for a nutmeg there when a clear pass was on.
Sinclair, Roberts and McGregor available. Flag is up. It's offside against Callum McGregor.
Well, it's really tight, and I think he could have given him it just a second or so earlier. See Sinclair here. He must know that he's on for a pass. I think he's onside. It's on that far side. I think Struna might have been playing him on, but he could have played it slightly earlier.
Well, that would have been a perfect start for the champions. Tom Cowie's header. Armstrong. Brown. Struna. Battling with Tierney. Avlanitis. Boyata. Boyata in charge and finding Forrest. McGregor aiming to return it. Brown. Jamie Walker making his presence felt. Lustig now. And there was a suggestion that Celtic would go with a back three today, and so they have.
Yeah, they're obviously struggling up front. No Dembele, no Griffiths. I don't think it will phase Patrick Roberts to play through the middle. He might not win much in the air, but he's certainly got enough ability on the ground to go either left or right. Happy to be central. And he scored here before.
Jamie Walker standing in on James Forrest. Kevin Clancy is going to show a yellow card already to Jamie Walker.
Yeah, he had to be careful here. It's a good job that Forrest realises the tackle's coming in. He actually gets the ball and tries to jump out the way. Walker still catches him. Kevin Clancy clamping down hard early on, showing a yellow card.
Brown. Simunovic. Brown. Celtic 22 points above Aberdeen, 32 points above Rangers, 42 points above Hearts. Armstrong.
Good pressure from Hearts. They've got the ball here in a good area.
Gonsalves in the middle. Nelson had some work to do, and Cedric Boyata has been in formidable form of late, refusing to budge. Long throw time. Johnson will be the target here for Struna, but it's comfortably gathered by Craig Gordon, back where it all began. Well, one of several new arrivals in the winter window. He was at Hamilton Accies in the first half of this season, but only on a short-term contract. Salva's showing interest here. He's got there ahead of Simunovic, but no support.
Excellent run there, Ian. Did really well to get in behind and away from Simunovic.
Johnson. Walker!
Well, that'll stem from Gonsalves just getting in behind, keeping possession in a dangerous area. Does really well here, looks up to see what's on. And that layoff there, absolutely terrific from Johnson. Not the best shot from Walker, but that's a decent move. Encouraging for Cathro and his men.
He's only won 4 of 13 league matches so far. A point today would guarantee a top half finish, although it's pretty likely anyway. Cowie. Giolis. Deft touch from Mikael Lustig. Goal kick for Armstrong. Celtic in a hurry. Forrest skipping away from Sowa with ease. Kind of lost his way a bit then. Simunovic over towards Tierney. That's about all he could do, but it set up Armstrong. And now Sinclair. Celtic unbeaten in their last 17 encounters with Hearts since the Scottish Cup semi-final of 2012. Jack Hamilton was called into the Scotland squad when David Marshall withdrew. 6'5" Bjorn Johnsen, an obvious target for Hearts. Struna, Walker. Boyata got a little touch and then a firmer touch. Walker refusing to give up. But Salvas will fancy a bit of that, and Craig Gordon had to react.
Yeah, he had to be really sharp. There's not a lot of height on the ball. And Salvas homing in from that 6-yard box. Good goalkeeping from Gordon.
Struna goes long again. Tierney took it away. Sowa. Loose. Scott Sinclair onto it. And as loose as it comes. Sinclair stumbling.
Vanitas did really well because Sinclair in full flight. Very difficult prospect to defend.
Gonsalves. It opens up here. It's a good save from Craig Gordon and a good recovery too.
Excellent from Gonsalves. Again, when he picks this ball up wide, first thought, attack the defender. He cuts inside Lustig and away from Simunovic. That's a really good area to have a pop at goal. And Gordon does well to save this. Cleanly at the second attempt. Takes a bit of a knock from Johnson.
Boot on the head for the former Hearts keeper, but a clear side of goal, a clear opening for Isma Gonsalves.
Looks really strong, really sharp in the early part of the game, Gonsalves, and Hearts need him to be in good form. They need Johnson to deliver.
Brendan Rodgers actually came up against Hearts in his Liverpool days as well in the European playoff. Logan Bailly is backup keeper for Celtic at the moment after Doris de Vries had a minor foot operation. Craig Gordon's all right, apart from a bit of a sore head. Lustig for Brown. One back by Johnson. Sowa. Lustig in his way. Gonsalves in a hurry. Walker. Cowie. Boyata stumbled a little, but
Boyata was static. Cowie was the one on the move. If you look at this ball coming in here from Walker, it should be a ball for Boyata to deal with, but look at Cowie, he's the only one on the move, attacking the ball. Just a bit unlucky not to get a clean shot away there.
Right start from Hearts. Johnson. Brown. Armstrong. Given away to Gonsalves. Took a while to dig it out. Harry Kitchen trying to bustle his way through.
Team a lot of men in the last third of the pitch. Hearts getting a bit of joy with their pressing.
A terrific tempo to the game as Forrest now looks to make something happen, but that's gone away from McGregor. Gonsalves certainly looks up for the challenge today. A fancy flick sets Soa away. He's actually going to get the free kick off Simunovic after his initial stumble.
Very impressed with the way Gonsalves has started the game. His touch is really secure. His physical strength, holding off Lustig, holding off Simunovic, bringing others into play. It's encouraging. He has to keep it going for a lot longer than the normal 20-25 minutes you get from him.
An opportunity here for Hearts. It's Cowie to take it. Craig Gordon will play in that. Tierney, Boyata, Brown. Celtic were ahead early on here in the opening weekend of the season after just 8 minutes. James Forrest, who moved in there on Soa.
I think both sets of players are certainly enjoying the state of the pitch. It's a very lush surface, certainly a lot better than the last time we were here covering the Scottish Cup game against Hibs.
Forrest. Armstrong takes over. Purposeful run. Callum McGregor. James Forrest. Tierney. Come back by Lustig. Cleared by Soa. First two meetings between these teams last season were drawn, but Celtic now seeking a fifth straight win over Hearts. Simunovic. Boyata. Simunovic. Boyata suddenly had Johnson upon him. Don Cowie has won it back. Jamie Walker, and it's found away to Gonsalves. Gordon not only makes the save, he gets the goal kick on the rebound.
Really good ball from Jamie Walker. Cowie feeds him here. And Walker with that pass takes a bit of a nick off Lustig. But look at how quickly Gordon gets off his line to narrow the angle.
Tierney here looking for Sinclair. Patrick Roberts in the middle, others arriving, including McGregor. And that should have been a definite goal for Callum McGregor.
Just couldn't get a full contact on it. Beautiful ball here from Sinclair. He keeps his ankle really tight there, makes sure he gets a good contact. It's got to be the opening goal. What a brilliant set-up from Scott Sinclair. You'd expect McGregor to notch from there. He's done it before.
Well, it's end to end, and Hearts are giving as good as they're getting here. Positive start for them. Thrower gets the better of Forrest. Walker. Andras Struna. Overhead his cross. And that's actually going to go for a throw. Lee Griffiths took that knock on international duty with Scotland. Loves a goal at Tynecastle too, but not today. Having to sit this one out, and no Eric Sviatchenko either, he's ill. Jamie Walker. Armstrong seeking out Tierney, who has a bit of a race on. Tierney's still going, up against Struna.
The one player that Celtic are struggling to bring into the game is Patrick Roberts, playing as that lone striker through the middle. I know he's very comfortable receiving the ball anywhere in the last third, but just can't get any sort of service to him.
Celtic have only dropped points against Inverness and Rangers this season, both of whom scored very late equalisers. 83 points from 87. Forrest. McGregor in close attendance. Snuffed out by Sower, but a corner for Celtic. Lustig and Shimunovic and Boyata are all going up for this. Hearts have made a promising start to the game, but they need to be wary here. Armstrong. Sinclair missed it.
It looked as though he might have been able to hit it first time there.
Boyata had gone up for that corner, but then came back.
Yeah, Hearts had left two up the pitch. Boyata decided to make it three at the back just so they had a bit of insurance there.
Just about kept in by Lustig. Walker. That's a corner to further encourage Hearts.
Yeah, I think they've started really well. The opening 20 minutes, they've had a lot of the ball in their attacking third, looking really dangerous and sharp, working hard.
And you ready, Dom? Cowie's corner. Novak down. Walker. And Gordon in his way.
Well, it's a free header at the back post. He does really well just to get it back in the mix there, Novak. Walker in a dangerous position, but Gordon deals with it yet again. Everyone inside the 6-yard box here.
Not much room to breathe in there, for sure. Cowie takes again. Away by McGregor, but Jamie Walker onto it. Armstrong. Gary Kitchen with a rare start of late, his first since the Scottish Cup replay against Hibs. Johnson. Forrest now. Christian Novak across to deal with that.
Yeah, the last thing you want is Roberts to get secure possession there. With his ability to turn most defenders.
Forrest, McGregor, hounded by Kitchen. Boyata. Lustig. Kitchen. Simunovic. Tierney. Sinclair moves away to the left. Tierney will use him. Roberts. Back to Sinclair. That is just wonderful. A goal to take your breath away from Scott Sinclair. And on the day Celtic could win the title, that is the way to go about it.
What a finish. He scored at the other end in his first game for Celtic here. He's not done much in the game, Roberts, but look at the weight of this layoff. Perfect into Sinclair. And wow, what a finish. Absolutely clinical and ruthless. Great power behind the shot. Hamilton has absolutely no chance. It's a brilliant 1-2, but the finish is spectacular from one of Celtic's most gifted players this season. Scott Sinclair, look at that for a finish. Quality.
His 19th goal of the season overall, his 4th goal against Hearts.
And the Celtic so often do, Ian. It's a goal out of nothing. Hearts, I think, have started the better of it to go forward, especially with the quality of Sinclair in and around the box.
Well, Brendan Rodgers certainly seems to bring the best out of Scott Sinclair. That was some finish. Salvis. He will get the free kick. Scott Brown took a sore one, but is back on his feet. Never likely to stay down for long.
I think he wants a word with Scott Armstrong here, who complained about Kevin Clancy not giving an earlier foul. He thought he was fouled here, allowed to play on, and Consalvis, I think, brought down with a combination of both Simunovic and Brown. He's dealing with a few complaints, Kevin Clancy.
I might fancy just taking a minor breather here. It's been that kind of game. Fiery, non-stop, action-packed. And a glorious goal from Scott Sinclair. Kitchen. This is Novak. Cleared by Armstrong. Sent back by Sowa. And Jamie Walker latches onto this. Goal kick.
Timing of the run is perfect from Walker. He's got to get the ball across earlier. See Walker here on the 18-yard box. He's onside. Earlier on he put it through with his left, but he wanted to get it on his right foot there, allowing his teammates to get in the box.
Sinclair will latch onto this meantime. He's through again. And that is what happens when he's bearing down on goal. 20 for Celtic now. It's party time already for the Celtic fans.
Absolutely devastating stuff from Celtic on the break. Superb. Look at the quality of the through ball again. Roberts, once again the provider. He's not done an awful lot in this game except set up 2 goals for his partner Sinclair. He darted to the right and then he came through central. And once he's through one-on-one, he keeps his composure. Hamilton doesn't narrow the angle. But yet again, it's a clinical finish from arguably Celtic's player of the season.
Well, 2 goals in just over 3 minutes for Scott Sinclair. Lustig getting some stick here from the Hearts fans, which we don't want to see. He's keeping his cool.
Yeah, he's been totally cool about it. Bit of provocation there. He's handled that well. There's Lustig going for the ball. I don't know why people like that aren't ejected from the stadium.
Brown. Tierney. Tierney, Celtic really in a menacing mood now. Sinclair, free kick will go the way of Hearts.
I think it was Tierney on Cowie there, trying to lunge in to keep that ball alive in the opposition box. Just lost control here. Cowie comes onto it. Actually got the ball, Tierney, and just following through, caught Cowie.
Well, it was always going to be a big ask for Hearts, and so it's proving. Novak's header. Lustig, blocked by Soa. Forrest. A long way back for Hearts here. Celtic appear ready to move in for the kill. With just half an hour played. Sinclair. Sinclair scored twice against Hearts in January at Celtic Park and the winner here in August. He's at it again, but here's Jamie Walker as Hearts look for a response. It's cleared away by Lustig. Well, Hearts started the match really well and suddenly found themselves 2-0 down.
Yeah, we've seen this before this season.
Cowie. Struna. Away by Boyata. Kitchen. Struna. Boyata is there again. Dealing with most things that come his way lately. Novak. Pinched by Forrest, who was then caught, the free kick.
Yeah, Forrest just a bit too sharp for Novak there. I think you're right, Ian. Hearts have started really well, they've been strong. I think Ian Cathro will be really happy with the way his team have played in the opening half hour. But 2 goals down, it's a hard one to take.
Johnson. Stuart Armstrong comes away with it, as he often seems to do. Free kick for Hearts. And McGregor made sure they weren't taking a quick free kick. Terry Kitchen didn't like that, and Kevin Clancy has a bit more to sort out here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a great deal to have these two sets of players going for each other. No love lost between these two clubs.
Some high temperatures out there.
He's done all right, Kevin Clancy. Just a word in their ear. Oh no, it's not. That's the card. He's all over this attempt to try and take a quick free kick. Kitchen and McGregor coming together. I don't quite know what Gonsalves has done to deserve a yellow card.
Both booked by Kevin Clancy. Loose stick. Forrest. Forrest able to deliver. Sinclair lurking again, but Struner dealt with it that time, and Hearts were able to dig it out. Hearts in urgent need of a response here. Gonsalves. Shadowed by Simunovic. Tierney moved in as well. Struner. Salvers. Scott Brown screened that. Jamie Walker onto it. Scott Brown getting involved. One back by Brown in typically tenacious fashion. Lustig unable to keep it in.
Well, it's hard to take for Hearts 2-0 down after playing so well, but they've got to show some fighting qualities. Things have gone against them. Got to show their manager that they care and can get back into the game.
Juris. Sowa. Simunovic high into the sky. 10 minutes to half time. Scott Sinclair with both goals. Roberts chasing this, but Avlanitas covering for Hearts. Flicked on by Jonsson. Struner heads towards Tierney. Swapped on by Cowie. Scott Brown. Hurt. Grimacing.
Certainly holding his ankle. I don't know whether he landed awkwardly. Yeah, he's just twisted it there as he stood in the boot of Cowie. Just opened his ligaments up. It's always a sore one. He's asking for some sort of strapping.
Well, you know it hurts when he stays down for a bit. So far so good for Brendan Rodgers. It's been a familiar theme throughout the domestic season in Scotland. The captain, meantime, is getting strapped up. Oh, mistake from Sowa. Jack Hamilton bails him out before Forrest could get there. Alan Muir, the fourth official, exchanging words with the Celtic captain.
I think he's just going over to get in between Scott Brown and the Hearts fan.
Roberts heading towards that, but Struna got there first. Johnson, Walker, Kitchen. Brown is eager to return, awaiting the signal. He's been allowed back on now. Simunovic moved in on Walker, and he's going to find Brown now, who's over there having just come back on. Celtic looking for more. Armstrong can't find Tierney though.
Frustrated Gonsalves, he wanted it in behind.
Boyata, Simunovic. Hearts have only conceded more than one goal in a game here at Tynecastle in the league this season, twice against Celtic on the opening day and against St Johnstone also. Until today, that is. Celtic doing it again. Cowie. Gonsalves. Confronted by Brown. Chiolis. Struna. Away by Simunovic.
Again, Hearts work it really well into a wide area, get a ball into the box.
Foul by Johnson on the loose stick.
Just not enough quality into the box.
There's a midweek card in the Scottish Premiership, and we are at Rugby Park as Kilmarnock take on Rangers. You can see it Wednesday 7:30 on Sky Sports 2. Final 5 minutes of a first half that has fairly flown by. And talk about making the difference. Scott Sinclair with both Celtic goals. Even though Hearts will be encouraged by the way they've gone about their business here.
Well, Celtic missing two big players. Dembele, Griffiths would be the natural replacement. Scott Sinclair step forward, taking a bit of responsibility.
As we mentioned, Dembele and Griffiths also missed the Hearts game in January. Celtic didn't really miss them that day, nor today. Avlanitis' clearance. McGregor looking for Forrest. High boot catches Christian Novak, who is writhing in agony.
Well, Novak went with his head. Forrest went with the boot. It's a yellow card for Forrest. And the immediate hand of apology, but I don't know if there was anything really serious in it. Certainly the high boot put him into a bit of trouble.
Feisty first half has brought 4 yellow cards, 2 apiece. Spooner, Kitchen, Jonsson, Cowie, had a look at Kevin Clancy, more in hope than anything else.
Jonsson complaining wildly to the referee, Kevin Clancy.
Roberts, Forrest, Armstrong for Tierney, Cowie can clear, and Roberts and Sinclair were further forward screaming for a pass.
There's Jonsson as he helps that ball on. You see Cowie into the box, certainly contact, I think it would have been soft, possibly outside the box.
Scott Brown, back in Edinburgh where he played for Hibs, of course, and relished a few capital city derbies a fair old while ago now. Armstrong catching Cowie.
It's a part of the game I think they've done really well in. Just the immediate closing down of the Celtic players in possession. They've won a lot of free balls, loose balls, putting their teammates on the attack.
Novak keeping an eye on Roberts. Jonas, Struna, and Sarvis up against Boyata, and it's a Celtic throw. Halfway there to the title, Brendan Rodgers. Celtic sitting pretty on a 2-0 lead. We think there'll be another minute added on in this first half. Cowie's cross. Shuminovic close to Jonsson. Armstrong's clearance picked out Forrest, and he was having a look for him. Forrest taken out by Novak, and he's going to be the 5th player to be booked in this first half.
Yeah, Forrest pace here. Only requires a deft touch to be fouled. It was a bit cynical from Novak.
Boyata, the first half drawing to a close at Tynecastle. Well, Hearts have been well up for this, but Celtic can do this to you. Scott Sinclair rattled in an excellent opener, and when he was bearing down on goal 3 minutes later, it wasn't hard to figure out what would happen next. 20 goals in 40 games for Celtic, halfway to the title. Hearts 0, Celtic 2. Roberts, back to Sinclair. That is just wonderful. Sinclair will latch onto this meantime, he's through again, and that is what happens when he's bearing down on goal.
So Brendan Rodgers asked his players to finish in style. They're doing that so far with 2 classy finishes there. Hearts haven't been far away though, have they? How do they get back into it in the second half?
I think defensively, I think they have to just be careful and not try and open up too much, because again, that's where they'll be punished. It's just quality, David. It's just a difference. Sinclair proved it here in the first game when he arrived on the scene. It was just that explosiveness that he possesses. Don't think that Hearts quite have that, but they have to keep playing away, because they have to believe that if they get another chance, that maybe one of those will go in the back of the net, and then they're back in it.
Well, there's not a lot in the first 45 minutes. The general play, Hearts have given them a good game. 2 goals, 2 shots, 2 goals. The Hearts goalkeeper hasn't made a save. Craig Gordon's made a few important saves, so he's got to say his player side. Let's try and get the next goal. You never know. Keep moving, keep working, keep playing the ball, and keep making runs in behind Celtic's back for the front two. But we've always got to be wary of Celtic's pace. When Hearts are attacking, Celtic can break so quick from one end, opposition's box, straight up the park, so they've got to be very careful. Concentration is the key.
If you were in that dressing room, as you were a year ago, what would your message be if you were Brendan Rodgers to the Celtic players for the second half?
Well, 100% say let's go and get more goals. Let's go and kill the game stone then. A third goal kills it. If Hearts get a goal, they're back in it. But a third goal for Celtic, and it's party time.
And if it is party time, that man there, Scott Sinclair, who scored his 19th and 20th goals in a Celtic jersey, will have been hugely responsible for that. He got his first on his debut here on the first day of the season. Can Celtic get their 48th title? They're 45 minutes from it. Let's rejoin Andy Walker and Ian Cropper.
Well, Hearts will be feeling rather hard done by the way they played in that first half, but Scott Sinclair was ruthless and clinical with his finishing. Celtic are in the comfort zone here. 45 minutes from the title. You wouldn't be surprised if they added more to Sinclair's double. Hearts know they certainly have to score the next goal. As it stands, Celtic would have an unassailable 25-point lead at the top of the Scottish Premiership. It looks like today is the day for Celtic, unless Hearts have something to say about it all yet. Simunovic. Careless from Boyata.
Look, the biggest difference in this Hearts performance for me is that, having seen them at Easter Road in the replay in the Scottish Cup, I thought they had 3-4 passengers. I think everyone tonight, everyone this afternoon rather, has shown the manager that they can play for him, can give him a lot. I think it's been a good team performance. And you have to believe that you can get back into the game, even at 2-0. One goal changes the whole complexion for Hearts.
Salvis is Soa. Fearless. Novak. Lustig makes sure that it does carry. And Cathros certainly needs a big second half showing from his side if Hearts are to avoid a 4th defeat in 5 matches. Walker. Taken out by Simunovic, and a free kick for Hearts to give them hope at the start of the second half.
Simunovic complaining that the boot here from Walker's a bit high. He's going with his head, but Kevin Clancy didn't see it that way, putting Hearts on the front foot yet again.
Three-man wall for Craig Gordon. Hearts making their moves now as Cowie floats it in. Lustig away. Soa. Cowie. Novak in there too. Jonsson. Couldn't do much with that. Dispatched by Kieran Tierney. Armstrong onto it. Armstrong, fouled by Kitchen.
Just a tug on the shirt there of Armstrong.
Forrest. Loose stick for Brown. Jamie Walker moved in on Brown. Johnson has got Carey alongside here. Tom Carey screaming for a pass, and Johnson took it upon himself.
Well, that's unacceptable. Unless that ends up in the top corner, he's got to give this to Cowie. Give him it now, now, now. And he still elects to have a shot. That's really poor decision making from Johnson.
Hasn't scored in the Scottish Premiership since December.
That's someone who's playing for himself and not the team. I think Hearts were the better side. Ian Catherine must appreciate that in the first half hour. But the pendulum swung when Celtic got in front.
Kitchen stepping in to sort things out for Hearts. Poor kick from Hamilton though. McGregor heading back towards him quickly. Forrest. Sinclair, I don't think got a touch on that. It's probably an own goal from Avlanitis. In fact, the flag is up. It's not going to count anyway.
Well, the Hearts fans are annoyed here because Hearts have taken a quick one. And 5 or 6 Celtic players were away celebrating. It's a really good play from McGregor. He plays it in there. It's an own goal. It should be allowed to stand. There's the touch there. Sinclair doesn't get a touch on it at all. That should be the third goal.
It was a while before Celtic realised they were ready to celebrate with their fans there. Novak away. Armstrong. Free kick for Celtic. Pursuing a third goal, which would pretty much make sure of things here. Armstrong charging in here. So well was up for the battle though. Brown will go back to Simunovic. Boyata will send it back to Craig Gordon here. Giolis, Jamie Walker trying to sneak in here. Lustig having none of that though, dealt with it admirably. Tierney. Sinclair losing the physical tussle with the American Terry Kitchen. Is Andras Struna now. Nova. Johnson. Smothered by Gordon. Novak. Cowie. Nicely done by Don Cowie. Here's Struna. Don Cowie no favours on the return.
You see here this huge talking point. Look where Sinclair is. May well be in an offside position, but Avlanitis had to get a touch to it. I think the interpretation from the referee and his assistant was that he was affecting his play. I think it should stand.
Lustig underneath that in the Edinburgh sunshine. Awful kick from Hamilton. Not for the first time. Here is Tierney. Armstrong! Another phenomenal strike from Stuart Armstrong. What a season he's having. What a season they're all having in hoops. They've got that title-winning feeling again.
It all stemmed from that poor kick out from Hamilton, putting Celtic on the attack. But when that ball falls to Armstrong, there's only one place this is ending up. Like his teammate Scott Sinclair, ruthless here. Gets a lot of power behind it. It's the side of the foot. You could argue that he should save it, Hamilton. It's not right into the corner. He gets a decent hand on it, but not strong enough. But Armstrong, yet again, showing the value of a goal-scoring midfield player. Terrific stuff.
He's scored in the last 4 league matches now. He's 13th of the season, unlucky for Hearts. Scotland. Stuart Armstrong made his debut for Scotland, celebrated his birthday, and just keeps scoring for Celtic. He's had rougher weeks. Johnson looking for Gonçalves. Stuart Armstrong, like so many Celtic players last season, pretty poor, pretty much off their game, but it's been a different story since Brendan Rodgers came to town as Terry Kitchen has a dig from distance.
Yeah, good effort. Not quite on target, and I think that's the difference. Hearts had maybe a couple of efforts, similar to the chance that Armstrong had there in the first half. Can't take advantage, but Celtic can. That's the difference.
Well, even when Celtic have lost key players, they still manage to maintain marvellous momentum. No Dembele, no Griffiths, no Rogic, no problem. Somebody else will step forward. Giolis, Sinclair. Sinclair still has plenty of time to hunt for a hat-trick. Scored one in the playoff final for Swansea. Walker. Foul by Don Carroll. Staring at only a 4th home defeat in the league this season. 2 of those inflicted by Celtic, it seems.
Well, normally in any team, you get a couple of outstanding players, contenders for Player of the Year. This season, Celtic have got Dembele, they've got Sinclair, they've got Armstrong, they've got Brown, they've got Tierney. So many players in top form.
Patrick Roberts might be fancying a customary goal against Hearts as well, having set up the first two for Sinclair.
Also important for Hearts to stay in this. 3-0 down. They'll feel hard done by, especially at home, but with half an hour to go, they'll have to keep going, keep showing a bit of fight.
Kitchen. Way over the head of Gonçalves there. Brendan Rodgers closing in on the Scottish Premiership title. Chris Davis, his assistant, alongside. Looks like they might be discussing a change. Still half an hour to go. Gonçalves. Against Lustig. Cowie. Avalanitis. Struna. Tierney in his way. Mistake from Novak. McGregor for Roberts. Sinclair waiting for a cross. Patrick Roberts wasn't having that. He was having his customary goal against Hearts, and it's a beauty. Well, if you're going to win the title, you might as well do it in style.
Absolute quality. This time it's McGregor who feeds Roberts. Hearts give it away cheaply, but that ball there is absolutely terrific. A lot to do here, but he knows exactly what to do. This is measured. This pass into the net, away from Hamilton. What a brilliant angle that Roberts finds here. Fantastic, right into the top corner. I think he'd already given the ball away, Novak. But that is finishing. Top quality, appreciated by Beaton behind the goal. Andy's manager, Brendan Rodgers. Wonderful stuff.
4 goals, full of class and full of quality, and Patrick Roberts has scored 5 goals in 4 games against Hearts now. And this could be a long 28 minutes or so for Hearts. You just knew Celtic might do this today on the scent of the title.
Yeah, a good number of Hearts fans have had enough. They're streaming out the ground.
Cowie. Mistake from Kitchen. Sinclair. Brown. Sees off Cowie. Finds Sinclair. Roberts. Stray pass that time. McGregor was a little bit further away. Offside against Johnson. Hearts are going to make a change, which will see the arrival of Mallory Martin. McGregor. Tierney. Delivered straight away with not much support around him. Brown. Here's Tierney. Roberts, Sinclair. Forrest. McGregor. Away by Struna. Prince Boisban will also be coming on for Hearts with Martin.
Well, I think the goals have demoralised a few of the Hearts players. Their level of performance has dropped.
Forrest. Here comes that double change. Jamie Walker will make way for Mallory Martin. And Alexandros Giolis will make way for Prince Boisban, who makes his first appearance since January after a groin injury. Sinclair, hungry for a hat-trick, and Celtic hungry for more goals. Brown, McGregor. Roberts wanted it, but it's going to Forrest first. McGregor. And Novak had to turn it away for a corner, with Forrest trying to sneak in.
I think there's been a reluctance just to throw the ball into the box. No one there of any great height. Celtic trying to play a lot of passes, get in behind this Hearts defence. Certainly working.
Stuart Armstrong then will deliver this corner for Celtic, but Kevin Clancy has spotted something there. Benitez and Boyata being spoken to. Armstrong floats it in. Boyata, who has scored a good few goals for Celtic.
Decent chance for him. Managed to get just that yard of space in the box. Decent enough leap.
Scored winners against St Johnstone and Aberdeen in January and February. Armstrong. Tierney. Forrest. The football is flowing from Celtic. Forrest up against Sowa. McGregor. Armstrong. Tierney. One back by Boisban. Salvas. It's going to be a yellow card for Dedrick Boyata.
Really cynical from Boyata. He's not happy with Gonçalves. Went over to give him some verbals as well. Wild lunge there from Boyata.
Three yellow cards apiece for Hearts and Celtic. You expect a bit of that when these two meet.
He's waiting to see if Gonçalves needs any treatment. But he got away from Boyata quickly enough. See him here, just driving away from Boyata. He thinks he's winning that ball, but nowhere near. Getting it, brings him down. Pretty cynical stuff.
Just over 20 minutes remaining. Hearts would prefer it to be less, probably. Martin takes. Jonsson's header going nowhere. Forrest. Armstrong. McGregor. Sinclair takes over. Now Tierney with some space. Needs to have a second go. He'll use his captain. Hearts are going to make their final change. Ismael Gonçalves will be replaced here by young Angus Beath, making only his third appearance, although he also came on at Celtic Park in January. He had a spell on loan at Stirling Albion this season and before. He's going to be given 20 minutes here in a game that is way out of Hearts' reach now.
He doesn't seem too happy going off there, Gonçalves.
Robin. Struner. Brown won it back. Sinclair now. Benitez fending off Roberts. Not the most convincing of back passes, but okay in the end. So what? Boaben. Lustig, calm and composed. Ismael Gonçalves rather unimpressed when he was taken off. If looks could kill. Ian Caffrey best to avoid eye contact there. Brown. Rescued by Roberts. Martin. Away by Simunovic. Cowie. Beast gets a touch. Kitchen now for Ablanitis. Guaban. Beast challenged by Armstrong.
Brendan Rodgers might think of making a change with the last 15 minutes or so. Some fresh legs on the pitch.
He's having a word with Gary Mackay-Steven right now. We haven't seen him since he was hooked at half-time against St Mirren after not having the best of halves, but looks like he'll see some action here. Coming later, it's a cracker on Super Sunday. It is Arsenal against Manchester City, 3:30 Sky Sports 1, also available in Ultra HD. Celtic have got the job done here with time to spare. Boyata. Sinclair, who got things going, got the party started. Do Celtic fancy more? Still a quarter of an hour remaining. Sinclair will be after a hat-trick. Others might want to get in on the act. Novak across to steer that away from Forrest. Christian Gamboa might be coming on for Celtic. Gamboa and Mackay-Steven being prepared. Tierney. Given away by Boab and McGregor. Horace steaming in here, and Roberts will feed on the scraps of that. So losing out, Roberts with the cross. Barban's present enough to put off Forrest.
Yeah, he wanted to take the volley there, Forrest, but Blaban was in just to the act of shooting.
Patrick Roberts is down at the moment, although he has just got up, having said that. Beath, Cowie. Kitchen. Stephen and Gamboa will be with us shortly. Forrest. Roberts. Brown gives it back. Tierney. Sinclair. Tierney took over, but Perry Kitchen on his case. Struna. Cowie. Bjorn Jonsson. Cowie. Trying to thread it through to Struna. Scott Sinclair was back defending, but the flag was up for offside anyway. Patrick Roberts, who did manage to get in on the act as usual against Hearts, will be replaced here. Set up Scott Sinclair's goals and scored a super effort himself is replaced by Gary Mackay-Stephen. And Mikael Lustig will make way for the arrival of Christian Gamboa, the Costa Rican, making his first appearance since February.
It's also been a feature of Celtic's season, the likes of Gamboa coming in. I think he played to a high standard before he went out the team again. Likewise on the other side, when Tierney was injured, Ezagiri came in. And in all honesty, Celtic didn't miss Tierney, such was the play of Ezagiri.
Celtic beat Hearts 4-0 in January without Dembele and Griffiths. A feeling of deja vu. Tierney. Armstrong. Celtic on easy street and have been for a while. And have been for much of the season. You can only beat what's put in front of you, and they've pretty much had the steamroller out. From the off, Gamboa. McGregor. Boyata now for Tierney. Tierney taken out by Cowie.
Don't think there was a great deal in it. But these Hearts players are utterly demoralised. They've stopped working as hard as they did in the first half. 4 goals down. They can't wait for this final whistle.
And Stuart Armstrong over it. But we can safely assume it's not going in the box. Mackay-Stephen there. Gamboa now. Armstrong. Eventually stopped by Don Cowie. Sinclair moving in here. Mackay-Stephen there too. Tierney. Armstrong. Tierney. McGregor found his route blocked. And Hearts just about getting bodies in the way.
Desperate defending, isn't it?
Christian Gamboa was handing out a couple of energy bars when he came on. Should have given them to some of the Hearts boys.
Fancy one myself.
Forrest. Gamboa. Armstrong. Tierney. Sinclair. He's in for his hat-trick here. Taken down by Novak, and it's a penalty for Celtic.
Well, he went for the ball, Novak, so I don't know there'll be any action taken against him, but certainly Scott Sinclair had enough pace to get past him. And he is getting the opportunity here to clinch his hat-trick.
It just had to be him, Scott Sinclair. No card for Novak, who had already been booked. Is a hat-trick beckoning. Here comes Scott Sinclair, and here comes a hat-trick. Talk about stealing the show. 5 goals to go with 5 stars for Celtic. A pulsating performance from the champions.
Yeah, it's utterly emphatic from Scott Sinclair. No messing about there. Clinical. Celtic players almost celebrating. before the end of the final whistle with our huddle, just on that penalty spot. That's players not happy with that. What a brilliant penalty from Sinclair to clinch his third goal, and a terrific individual performance.
It's time for a huddle when you just won the league. Sinclair's finishing today has been of the highest order from wherever on the field. Sinclair, stopped by Struner. Kolo Toure will make a rare appearance of late for Celtic. Martin Johnson. Brown now for Armstrong. Tierney, they may not have finished toying with Hearts yet.
Yeah, the Hearts players are just totally off the pace now. Too many of them have chucked it. I think it was a terrific first half performance, but second half, nowhere near it.
Here's Boyata. Final 5 minutes now. Done and dusted a while back, as everyone pretty much thought it would be today. Armstrong for Forrest. Forrest for Mackay-Steven. Struner turns it away from Tierney.
Armstrong just strolled through the midfield there. No one even prepared to get near him.
Kolo Toure, who won the Premier League with Arsenal and Manchester City and is about to win the Scottish Premiership. Will make only his third appearance in 4 months, coming on for Dedrick Boyata. Boyata missed the first part of the season through injury. Has certainly played his part since breaking into the team. Must be time to win another title, Kolo, this time in Scotland. Fans left inside the ground now. Ian Caffro's side well beaten here. Started the game well, good half an hour, and then Scott Sinclair scored a terrific opener, and that was that. Celtic did move into the kill in typically ruthless and relentless fashion.
Yeah, the pendulum swung in their favour once he got that opening goal. Devastating finish from Sinclair. And since then they've just gone from strength to strength.
Forrest. Brown. Seeking out Tierney, and he finds him. Tierney tripped by Cowie. Stuart Armstrong might fancy having a go here.
Yeah, the one before I don't think was close enough. This one, I think it'll encourage Armstrong to have a direct pocket goal here. Going to be a test for Jack Hamilton.
Well, he's certainly capable. Can he deliver again from this range? Celtic fans might forgive him that one after the season he's had.
He might get a bit of stick from his teammates in the dressing room after that attempt.
It matters little today, the day Celtic will be crowned champions of Scotland again. From the moment Scott Sinclair scored, it was never in doubt. No contest. Brown. Gamboa. Brown there. There'll only be 1 minute added on today with the outcome academic here. They've been partying anyway for much of the afternoon. 1,500 Celtic fans almost inside Tynecastle. A good few more watching around Scotland, Ireland, the world.
Yeah, I think it's a different club they're watching. I think after the last couple of years, I think Celtic are pretty much a Europa League team. I think now with the got a serious manager in, a bit of investment, got a good coaching, Celtic want to be a Champions League club again.
Forrest helps it on, McGregor. Couldn't slip it through to Mackay-Steven. Quaven. Martin. Hearts will soon hear that whistle, which will suit them, frankly. A day to forget for them. Another one to remember for Celtic Football Club. Gamboa will turn this away. A performance of champions. Brendan Rodgers nearly won the title in England. He has won it in Scotland. And he's had an astonishing first season in charge of Celtic. Scott Sinclair, hat-trick hero, got the party going today with a stupendous strike. And there were two more to follow from him. No surprise that Stuart Armstrong should get in on the act. And no surprise that Patrick Roberts should score against Hearts yet again. Outstanding in their field, outstanding on the field. Quite simply, they have been in a class of their own. Champions again, and champions by a distance again. Celtic.
Yeah, they've been absolutely magnificent. They've certainly reacted to everything that's been put in front of them. Brendan Rodgers and his coaching staff, and they've set a real high standard for next season. And of course the most important games come really quickly, the Champions League qualifiers. I think that's what it's all about for this club now, unlike the previous years.
Well, in the past couple of seasons Celtic had become a bit of a dull watch, rather stale, but Brendan Rodgers has certainly breathed life into them. And this team has been wonderful to watch all season. You can only beat what is put in front of you. And Celtic have certainly done that. Emphatically so most of the time. They've only dropped points twice in the Scottish Premiership this season. Up in Inverness and against Rangers. 86 points from 90. No wonder they are cock-a-hoops. 2 down, 1 to go. Brendan Rodgers hoping to join elite company of Jock Stein and Martin O'Neill by winning a treble for Celtic. Rangers might just have something to say about that. But for the 6th year in a row, Celtic are champions of Scotland.
Defeat in a league game since New Year's Day 1973, which as every schoolboy knows was Hearts 0, Hibernian 7. And there you go, Celtic's name is wrapped in gold. They've hit the magical target of 86 points. Aberdeen can only hit 85 if they win all of their remaining 8 games. So Celtic champions, and before the split they are 25 points clear, and their goal difference is better than Aberdeen's by a margin of 27. 35 points and 54 goals better off than third place Rangers. "1,500 Celtic supporters are here to watch Brendan Rodgers lead the champions towards the Roseburn end. Many more of you will be watching this at home, watching in the lounges at Celtic Park and at pubs all around the world. This is Celtic's moment." And it's the manager who turned this club around and put them on a new level with 2 key signings, adding quality and confidence on the back of investment, and this is his moment. And theirs. And we're back on Wednesday with the battle for second. The first of 2 live Rangers games next week. It's Kilmarnock against Rangers, 7:30 on Wednesday on Sky Sports 2. Plenty more reaction from Tynecastle, but Coventry against Oxford is underway now on the EFL Trophy Final. That's over on 3. Super Sunday is Swansea Middlesbrough, Brendan's old team of course. And it's Arsenal against Manchester City. That's at 3:30, top of the bill on Super Sunday. And Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon are back on the road together as they travel coast to coast from Santander to Malaga. All of the episodes are available on demand from Thursday. A huddle for the champions. Here they go, it's 6 in a row. Congratulations to the Ladbrokes Premiership winners. Reaction, and we'll hear from Brendan Rodgers next.